Fantastic. So now, before we formally begin, I'd like to introduce Stacey Piper and invite her on stage to conduct our welcome to country. Thank you, Stacey.
Okay, very good. Oh, thank you very, very much, and hello. It's a pleasure to be here to welcome you all to country. I've just been at my daughter's school doing a cultural awareness session and talked for an hour straight about trauma and the effects of trauma through the generations, and particularly through my family and my community. So yeah, it's fitting that I've driven down off the mountain where we live and come down here to address a room full of practitioners and people that are dedicated to maybe healing these spaces or helping bring better processes and systems into these spaces. And yeah, it's amazing work that you all do. So I know from a First Nations perspective how important it is that everyone that we interact with are trauma informed, you know, hence my session tonight with her school teachers, because they see Wananjeri Willamik, Wananjeri Balakut, Jajawarang, Banulay Warang, Mundanai Murukala Bidaran, Mundanai Liwik Bolablik, Mundanai Willamik, Mundanai Tharangalpik, Murumurubik, Murmutbik, Banyubik, Jitbik, Dui Barbikut, Bamundanai, Baguruks, Bagulanya, Babups, Baburais, Kirup, Nungojin. So that was in the Woiwurrung language. Do any of you know who the Woiwurrung language speaking people are? And I basically introduced myself. My name's Stacey, I'm a proud Wurundjeri Jagdarang and Wurrung woman, it's a tongue twister. And I'm also Irish. I acknowledged my ancestors, my elders, any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people in the room, all First Nations in the room, everyone in the room. The more that we speak them, the more that we embed them into everything we do, the more that we teach them to the next generation, and the more that we live them, because those values are about just being human and living in harmony and connection to country and nature, living with values which are about caring for country and caring for your elders, caring for each other, caring for yourself. I'm a curator here at the State Library and excuse me, I love to bring visuals. So this is just a map of Australia. We are around Wurundjeri country. It's just a blip, isn't it, in the overall scheme of things, and especially in this continent alone, it's just a tiny mental health issues, incarceration, suicide, child removal, deaths in custody, and the list goes on. Chronic illness. So yeah, a lot of mess goes on. I always start with William Barak. So he was our Navigator, our headman. Then Annie Barate, his sister. So all Wurundjeri people who are left here, we come from Annie. Strong to live through what they lived through for us to still be here. Then great-great-grandparents, then down to my nan and my mum. And I always acknowledge my nan and my mum because they were, well, when you can celebrate those stories, not just the trauma. And my mum, she was born prior to the 1967 referendum. By 67, she was, where there was a resounding yes vote for Aboriginal people. She was 21 at the time, and the policies that shifted from there had been kind of to dwindle away, and she had clinical depression. And she actually, I was born at QV Hospital, just here, and my birth imprint is right there, but she'd also had a stillbirth after me, but they say that undiagnosed, you know, for a lot of women, I think out of this site here, there was a lot of that undiagnosed trauma as well. So I acknowledge them, and the, you know, in a mental health space, like I said, it's not always doom and gloom. We plant trees and we go Mount Ash up in the forest, and we connect to the native wildlife up there. She dances and sings and the enduring benefits of the next generation because they're being embedded in them from babies now. So that is a key, I think, ceremony and reconnection to values. And I'll stop there because I could be here for another 15 minutes. But I said these slides, and I'm really grateful that you could play them for me because it's just a little bit deeper for me to share and welcome you all to country. So, Lejika, Wurundjeri Balapin, big welcome to Wurundjeri country, and thank you for listening and being present in just a little bit of my story. So, Norwegian, thank you.
Thank you to Stacey for the generous and thought-provoking and